Hello everyone. Long time no see. So sorry about that. I have been so busy with the growing season and cutting flowers that I have stopped making videos. But sorry, I am in the middle of seeding, but I was like, I need to start this again. I'm gonna be back making these videos as it's my planting time and showing y'all another day in my life. And as you can see, I have one bed complete, and it has glads, nasturtiums, marigolds, and there's some pansies in here. I'm gonna do calendula, there's some parsley, there's some old herbs in there, but I'm gonna go in and sprinkle some more seeds in there as well. And right now I'm in the middle of soil blocking, kind of coming up with my game plan for the day. So I think I'm gonna soil block a lot, probably scoop some more compost, and really clean up and organize some more. I'm really trying to get my beds flipped, so I might flip a couple beds too. So lots to do. So excited to see everything come together again. And sorry, it's unbelievably windy today. And I'm excited to see how spring's gonna turn out with having another spring under my belt and being able to plan more. So y'all already know we're back on our soil blocking game. And one thing I have switched, so I used to do, here I'll show y'all. Don't mind the mess, don't mind the mess. I switched to using coconut coir now instead of peat moss because this is better for the environment. Did a lot of research. Peat moss is bad. Well, it's not bad, but it's not the most sustainable thing. So this is more eco-friendly. So I have switched to this, and at first it was adjustment with making my new soil block mixture, but now it's all good. So I recommend making the switch to this. So just making the blocks. I'm using the 5 right now, but I did use the 20 block. It's harder for sure, but it uses less soil and you get way more seeds, so and dries out quicker. But again, you can get like 200 versus 70, so I personally like this one better, even though it uses more soil. I'm lazy in the sense that I don't like potting up my things again, so I don't know. I'm kind of torn which one I like more. They both have their pros and cons, so do your research, maybe do both. See what germinates better in each one. So yeah, I'm just going through and gonna be seeding for probably the next couple hours, so I'll see y'all later. I just got done seeding, and I got straw flower, true hyssop, quinoa. Okay, I'm gonna butcher this one. Is it lobelia? Could be wrong. Different type of straw flower, sweet William. Oh, what are you? This one fell. Catmint, stock, snapdragons. Another thing is snapdragons. Another thing is snapdragons, and bee balm. And I already have some started in here. This is snaps. This is milkweed, chamomile and feverfew, foxglove, yarrow, some pansies, more foxglove, stock, coneflowers, nasturtiums. We have some status and some Celine, thyme, and then I'm trying to grow lavender. So far, nothing. This one got put underwater with this storm last night. Okay, I cannot say this one. Verbascum. Butchered that. Some yarrow that's not really coming up. Violas. What is this one? Another tray of violas. They've had pretty crappy germination, I'm not gonna lie. Pansies, penstemon, eucalyptus, and there's a couple in there coming up. Chinese forget-me-nots, status, Annie's hyssop, Lisianthus, and something else though, penstemon. I believe those are snapdragons. Flax, coneflowers, snapdragons, and more strawflower. And now I'm going through and I'm laying cardboard down this whole area. This will be the front of the flower. Sorry, my neighbor's dogs will not shut up. I've been waiting to try to film this, but I'm like, screw it. They're just never gonna be quiet. So this is gonna be like the entry point. So I'm putting cardboard down first, and then I'm gonna either put soil. I think I'm just gonna put some soil down and then compost or mulch on top of that. And then I'm planning on, well, all this will need weeded out, but I'm planning on doing sweet peas in the back, poppies, and blue bonnets. So doing like red seed poppies, California poppies, the rattle seed ones. I think it'll be really pretty, and that way it's like focus point when you come in and it looks pretty, because I'm gonna be switching my opening to my gate down there. And then I'm gonna put 2 like arch trellises and hopefully some more climbing roses. And then I want to surround like all of the perimeter with roses eventually. So that's my goal. That is what I'm working on. I've been breaking down these boxes today and stapling them down so they stay, because it's, again, really windy. So yeah, so right now it's just mostly cleaning things up, planning for spring. That's basically what we're working on. Garden's kind of sad, but you can see it. You know, it's tired, but it did its job this year. It was a good year, so that's what we're working on. Good morning. It is the next day. I think I should continue this. I'm going to be cutting flowers for the bakery I sell to, and then in order for a customer. And then we're going to come back here and get some more work done. And the weather this morning, glorious. It's like 50 degrees. I'm in Texas, okay? Give me a break, but I think this is cold. But I'm not complaining. Okay, so I just got done cutting flowers. There's dahlias, cosmos, marigolds, amaranth, celosia, zinnias, some basil, maybe a few other things. And then I'm gonna be making them into my little posy jars, and 2 table arrangements for the bakery. And then I have a bouquet subscriber who needs her bouquet still. Alright, it still is so windy here, but I'm working on making up little planters, little like porch pots, fall decoration. I kind of made them springy though. This is kind of what I'm going to be working on throughout the winter. Hopefully this and wreaths, just because the flowers are slowing down, so this is kind of what I'm supplementing with. And then you can even add moss to them. I think they look super cute. Good morning and happy Friday. And guess what? It's still windy here, so we are dealing with that, but it's fine. You know, we're gonna get more done today, because yesterday the wind prevented me from doing a lot, but we're gonna work hard today to get some shiz done. All right, right now, drinking my coffee and going through and watering all of the seedlings and the babies, getting them all well, I don't even know what I was gonna say. A good old drink. And then I'm gonna figure out what else I want to tackle while it's super windy. I'm probably gonna be chopping stuff down and then probably going in with compost. Cause I mean, the compost is pretty heavy. I don't think it's gonna blow away. But my stupid landscape fabric sheets, they keep blowing away. And I wanted a direct seed, but it's definitely way too windy for that. My seeds will just fly away. So saving that for maybe this weekend. And yeah, just cleaning up the beds, trying to get everything looking cute. We want it looking like Disney on Ice out here, and right now it's kind of a hot mess, but that's okay. Oh, and Mushy Boy made an appearance. All right, so I'm gonna be tackling these 3 rows and getting these all cleared out. Maybe start laying compost down. And yeah, weeding this all up. That one got tarped down the other day. It's just suppressing the weeds. And then there's the ranunculus row. I probably need a water because it's been so windy that everything's drying out. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be working on. I really wish I would have got that in video. I literally flipped off of this little stool thing. Luckily no one saw it, but kind of hilarious. Oh look, peep the mushroom headband. And I don't know if I've shown this on here yet. Peep the merch. If you don't have one of these shirts, you should. They're up on my website. I have a green one and then a gray one. Very soft, eco-friendly, very cute. We can match. And now I'm working on hoeing this part. Last week I put in a bunch of daffodils right here, and now I have some more bulbs that need to go on this half, and probably direct seed some flowers like Love in a Mist. Maybe some cress in here. Some other things. I need to think about it first. But yeah, so some flowers are gonna get direct seeded here. I probably might put a couple of vegetables mixed in here. And then, yeah, compost will need to be put down after I get done weeding all this. And hopefully I can knock this out so this area will be completely done. Then I'll have to bamboo stake it all so the deer don't get in here. So that is what I'm up to. Okay, so now I'm going in with some little bulbs. These are Scilla campanulata blue. I got these from Leo Burby bulbs. It's where I got most of my bulbs, and I'll flip it around so you guys can see. This is what they're gonna look like. Kind of look like little potatoes. So I'm not sure how many is in here, but they're gonna continue in this row, and then I'll scooch over if I need to. There's probably like 100 or 200, I'm not really sure. So yeah, it'll be pretty. Okay, so I just got done scooping the compost and covering those up. And honestly, I might call it quits for the day because I think I'm gonna go to a plant nursery with a friend, of course, and get some stuff for more planter boxes I'm selling. You know, Friday, got to treat yourself. And another fun story, I sat down earlier when I was cleaning up the rows over there, and I was like, ow, what the heck did I sit on? A landscape staple was flipped up. Oh my gosh, compost just flew in my eyeball. As you guys can see, I'm a mess. But hello? Anyways, I was like, what the heck did I just sit on? Landscape table. Flipped up. Went through these jeans, which are pretty thick, and sliced my butt cheek about that much. So that's my luck. I'm not surprised. It happens. So I guess watch where you sit. Landscape staples are dangerous. I mean, if I like actually sat on it, oh dear God. But luckily it was like sideways, so I like slid into it. Good morning. We have our coffee. It is Saturday morning. So I'm about to do the use and go through and water everything and feed the chickens, get the eggs, and then we will get started. Today, it's all about hauling compost and hopefully getting those 3 rows composted. Willie. So that way they're ready to go possibly tomorrow or Monday evening to get direct seeded. So it's gonna be like Amy, Larkspur, Cress, Dill, what else? Love in a Mist, Orlea, Sapinara. How do you say that wrong? Sapinaria. There's probably others I just can't think off the top of my head. And this evening, I'm gonna be making my whole 2022 spring plan, planning everything out, seeing what perennials we're gonna be adding, and I'm gonna be expanding to 2 other places. So, actually 3. We have this area that was cleared. I'm telling you guys, the chickens do not want me to talk. We have this area back here that we cleared. Well, we didn't clear it. The tree company cleared from the freeze last year, and I'm gonna put raised beds and make that a partially shaded, probably perennial space or biennials like foxglove. All of those will go. Willie! So, and then over here where our old chicken coop was, I'm gonna put more raised beds there and probably just, I don't know what I'm gonna put there yet. Probably some other partial shade plants, hopefully perennials for that guy. And then my neighbor tutors down, he has 2 acres, and I'm hopefully gonna be adding around 5 rows there, and he has a fenced in garden area. So that'd be a good spot for something else. I just really would have to figure out what I would want to put there. And then, that whole front I'm doing. And then eventually I'm going to do another plot over there. I want to do a moon garden somewhere. So that's the goal. These are all my ideas running in my head. I just really need to get them written down. Because I'm like, I can come up with all these dreams, but I have a hard time actually planning them out. But I am a visual person, so it's nice. Okay, so I just got done pulling most of those up as best as I could. Problem is I still have this grass patch, but honestly, it was such a pain cutting that one yesterday. I think I'm just gonna leave that one. Thorn likes laying in it. And then I need to go through and hoe out the weeds. This, apparently, people responded and said it's a willow. I don't know how I got here. I'm not sure if I planted it at some point and totally forgot. No clue. If I did, that was a weird spot to put it. But up here, Amy and basil has just reseeded itself everywhere. Like, look how many is in each one of these holes. Mushy. Then I'm just going through now. Basically, it's hard to do with one hand, but smoothing this all out till it's around like 2 to 3 inches. Good morning. It is Monday morning now. I am putting together my last bouquet arrangements, and those are going out. I have 22 to do today, and then I will be delivering those like all day. So I'll be sipping my coffee, getting these done. It's a little cooler because I'm wearing shorts. It's 55. So yeah, a little chilly. So yeah, I might do a time lapse to show y'all. Today I'm doing mason jars for them, just because my stems are shorter because it's coming to the end of the year. I mean, probably after this, I'll just save stuff to dry and then rip the rest of it out. I'll keep some, but most of it's gonna be coming out, and it's all gonna be flipped for spring, because spring is the important thing right now. Guys, look, my 2 favorite roses bloomed this morning. This one's Honey Dijon, and look, it has like little pink, and it's like that Dijon color on the inside. And this one's Coco Loco. It's like that mauve-y kind of caramel color. I just think they're so pretty. So here is the last week of the fall bouquet subscriptions. I have 2 more over here. I'll show you these ones. I have the roses. So in these I have purple lantana. There's a couple yarrow mixed in there. Celosia. This is the flamingo, but there's also the pampas and other varieties in here. Hyacinth bean, cinnamon and Thai basil, gomphrena. There's some marigolds and some zinnias mixed in there as well. I don't have a ton right now. And then there's a couple dahlias, like this one. Love that one. And then this one will open up, and then there's that little pink one, and there's a white one. So there's a few mixed in there. So yeah, very purpley. And here's an example. It's not always sunshine and roses. The deer came in and literally ruined a whole bed I planted, and it's just so much time and money down the drain. It's just frustrating. And like, they ate a whole kale, like some of my potted stuff that I was gonna use for other things. It's just frustrating. So it took hours to clean up that whole bed. And yeah, I mean, it's already slim pickings, and then they just came in and ruined that. I know they have some purpose, but it's hard as a grower not to be angry at them, because they have so many other options to eat. They could eat so many other things. No, they go towards my expensive stuff. So, happy Monday. Alright, so I got all of them done and loaded up. Now I'm just gonna be delivering them. Alright, so driving, I've been thinking, you know, you have the power to change any day into a good day. So, you know, at any point you can decide, no, I'm gonna have a good day, even if it starts off a little sucky. And yeah, things that have been inconvenient, sure, but that does not mean we throw in the towel or give up. We are because you made mistakes does not mean you failed, and that is something I'm really trying to teach myself. So I felt like a failure. I felt like my business is a failure. I felt like this year has been a failure. But just because you have made mistakes or things have not gone the way you want to, does not mean you're a failure. It means you're learning and you're growing, and you can change that for the future. The things that I've made mistakes on, I just know I'm going to work way harder at that next year. And maybe if I never made those mistakes this year, then I wouldn't have done that the following year, and then I would have been screwed anyway. So it's better to learn now early on. I'm literally just over a year in business, probably a year and a half now. So still young, still learning. I'm only year 2 of growing flowers right now, going to year 3. So, you know, 3rd year's the charm. So yeah, I just had to share that, and I needed something, and my travel arrival to my next delivery is 11:11, and then I drove past the house and I glanced at a number. Usually don't glance at people's house numbers like that. It was 5555, and that's kind of one of my angel numbers. I see 555 a lot, so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be okay. My little spirit guides are watching. The universe is out there. It's all a part of the journey. Good morning. It is Tuesday, and I'm just watering things, switching them around. I want to show y'all. Every 2 weeks I go in with this. There's also one with iron. I'll probably switch that. This one's about empty. This one's about empty, so I'll probably switch the one with iron. I just put a little drop. Here, I'll show you. Maybe. I literally just put a little drop in here. Like that much. And so I just go in, and then I just fill it with water, and then I'll put these trays back in here like that. Once they're full, just helps give them a little boost while they're growing. Yeah, and then game plan for today is finish these rows composting, so that way they're ready to direct seed, because it's going to rain tomorrow. So possibly I can get some seeds in today. Want to finish over there. The bed they freaking ruined. Hopefully get more stakes up and twine when I can. Compost that. I just wanted to film this before my phone died, but I've gotten them mostly all the way done. I have one more load to do in that very back one, and then they're all composted, and then I'll just pull back the fabric over them, staple them back down. Then they are ready to plant. I don't know, I might do it tomorrow. We're supposed to get rain, so I'm gonna hold off to see if it's gonna be hard rain or not. Just I don't want the seeds to get washed away, but if it's like a good light rain, then that would be perfect to seed in. So we will see. I know I'm definitely gonna spend the day tomorrow sitting in the greenhouse. Very excited. I love rainy days. But yeah, I am tired and my back really hurts, but we're getting there. It's way harder this year because I have to wheelbarrow everything because of how I put the fence in. My dad can't get his little bobcat thing in here because last year he was able to scoop it and then drive it all around, but I had to do it all by hand this year. So getting the workout in. Good morning. As you can tell, very loud rain happening, so I am making my seedling mix right here, and I'm just going to be seeding away during this thunderstorm because I don't want to leave. But I wish I would have worn more layers because it's like 50 some degrees in here, and I'm freezing because I'm also soaking wet, so it's just not a good combination. My legs are wet, and the shirt's wet and my hair. So I definitely should have worn a hat and a thicker undershirt, but it's doing fine. I love the rain. I'm burning incense right now. And I have my coffee. I have a couple books. I'm just gonna hide out in here, so not mad about it at all. It's like 2 hours later and it is still raining, but I made some warm coffee. It's chilly, y'all. Chilly. Still burning my incense though. And I'm shaking. Sorry guys, too much caffeine. So yeah, I'm just seeding. I'll probably seed like an hour or two. My goal is to get like 8 trays done, so we'll see how long that takes. I try to do like 8 to 12 every like 2 weeks, week and a half, 3 weeks, I don't know. Just whenever I get to it, or it's like a rainy day like this, or around the, oh my god, around the full moon. That really helps with the little seedling growth. If we're doing biodynamic farming, I'm really trying to get more into that. So yeah, that is what I'm doing. I'll show y'all what I plant after. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go through and show y'all how I soil block. Look at me wearing gloves, super off brand, but I've been getting old man hands at age 21. It's just not cute. I'm going on dates, guys. If you have old man hands on dates. Okay, so I'm doing the big 5 blocker. Scoop it in here. Shake off the extra until the blocks are full. And again, you want your mixture pretty wet, so that way it sticks in there. So that's kind of what it looks like. And then I plop it in here. I do them all the way this way, and then for the side ones, I go through the 3 this way. I think it's around 72, 80 blocks per tray, but if you do the small ones, you can get like 200. So, you know, pick what you like more. And then I'll show y'all what I end up seeding in these. Alright, I just got done seeding, so I'm going to show y'all what I got planted. Does anyone else's neck get really sore from seeding? It's like from looking down like this. Ugh, I need to like, I have one of those like rice bags you can heat up and on it. I need to do that. Okay, so I did, okay, misspelling. Stock, this one's Blue Sea. Fama Deep Blue Scabiosa. Rainbow Quinoa. Carnations, Cherry Phlox, Foreman's Orchid. Rose Shade Status. Blue and Breezy Flax. More Cherry Caramel Phlox. Some Kale, Coral Queen. Another set of Chinese Forget-Me-Nots. And Elegant Salmon Clarkia. And then these are the rest of the babies right now. And there's some up here. So yeah. It's starting by the end. I feel like in a month this whole entire thing will be packed full. So yeah. Still raining. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I promise I'm gonna be uploading more now. I'm gonna, maybe weekly, maybe every week. Okay, no promises. But we're back in our natural habitat.